So we finally got another evolution, and hopefully they have fixed them this time round. We have got La Roja. Unleash the power of Spain, boost your Spanish players, showcasing their skill, passion and dominance in global football world. Could have had this at the very start of the game, to be honest, because seeing as though we've had an objective for the entirety of this game so far, why we've not had a themed Spanish evolution straight off the bat, I don't know, but we've got one now. Max overall 78. It looks like we will go to a maximum. It's not going to tell me. Of course it's not. We can have a look on foot.gg. A maximum of, it's not going to tell me either. Is it going to tell me here? If you need coins in FC25, LootBar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game, 8 to 10% cheaper than any others, 8% off if you use the code JT11 at the end at checkout, plus you get 5% extra on coins, with the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorky, Manny Plus, and even pro owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. I'm assuming we go a maximum of 84. I could be wrong. Let's have a look. Yeah, so let's just go over to here again. So you got 84 maximum. No playstyle plus, which is fair enough. I'm not expecting it as of yet. We got a weak foot, tiki-taka, pinged pass as well. Free defending, 2 pace, 1 dribbling, shooting, defending, physical dribbling, passing. It's a whole upgrade, to be honest. Now, obviously, the players that we can use are just Spanish. 7 playstyles, 81 physical, 82 dribbling, 84 pace. Pretty standard. So, in terms of the cards that I've got that I could run with right now, if we're thinking that's going to be... So we've got a 5 physicality, 6 defending, 8 passing, 4 pace, 6 dribbling, and 7 shooting with a weak foot. I'm getting centre mid vibes. Like, definitely a centre mid would go down a treat. If we've got max 84 pace, do I have anybody of that sort of calibre? I don't think so. Could it work for a left mid as well? I suppose the defending, it's because it's getting every stat. You kind of might as well take the kind of advantage of that one. So for instance, we look across the board here, 74, 75, 79, 79, 69, 75 to 78, 82, 87, 85, 75, 80. It's a decent upgrade. Like, there's going to be some maximums somewhere, I can imagine, but most definitely that's a solid upgrade. For an 84 free card, that's going to be an interesting one. So let's have a look and see the best players we can go for, because it is only 78 rated. So if we're going Prem straight off the bat, we have got Soler. So it goes 85, 80, 82, 84, 77, 78. I mean, for an evolution, that's not terrible. This is the problem, though. We've had the objectives for Spain already. A lot of people have already finished them. So it's not that it's irrelevant, because I think every objective at this point, especially early on, is fun to do. Like, you don't want to be grinding X amount of games at the end of the game. That's the kind of the whole point of then just giving us basically the cards. But right at the start, this is the bread and butter. If I can find a Man U Spanish player, which would be... Do we have any Spanish players now? We had Mata, but Mata's a long time ago. I'm thinking of Herrera was the one before. Do we have any Spanish players? I bet you there's one that I'm just not even thinking of. Unless I am just totally off it. But you know what I mean. In terms of your team, that's kind of the fun part of it. So if I go club, let's have a search. So we go Manchester United. I don't think we've got any. No, we don't. I didn't think we did. But obviously, if I wanted to go Prem, then that would be the next step that I'd go for, obviously. If you are building your evolution team that way. So we'd just go for the Premier League instead. And we're going to get Soler as the first option. Regulion, I can't believe he's still there. Sarabia. Then we go into a few of the bronzes. And obviously silvers as well. It was to go for a silver. What does he go up to? Not to say to use him, but... Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's what I mean. He can literally go up to actually be a relatively solid DM there. But obviously, we're just going for the specific one. Loads of options that you can go for. Is there 20 options? Hey, that's brilliant. It's right here. But that is crazy. 20 different kind of ways to do him. Obviously, 70, 59, 74, 78, 75, 71. It's not terrible. So, in terms of who you would want to go for then, that's going to be the big question. So, if we have a look at the evolved players, like I said, you will probably want to go for a centre mid just because you have all of the right stuff there. Pinged pass, tiki-taka, stat upgrade across everything. If it was no defending and it was just physical and shooting, then I'd maybe look at a winger, look at a striker. If it was just defending, no attacking attributes, then yeah, you'd look at a DM, a centre-back, a full-back maybe. But because it's everything, centre mid's always going to be the perfect shout for this, in my opinion. Let me know down below what you think. But if I go Roja, we then go for... Let's go for all three of them, just in case, because you will find some that can do a bit of everything. So when we're looking across the board here, got a few of them in the 82, 84, sorry. Then we've got, okay, Soler's going to be a great option just for Prem. Obviously, then if we're looking into La Liga, you got Barcelad, Fermin? Yeah, I'm assuming so. If we keep going, a lot of 84s, which is nice, but also this might give us double evolution, so it's like going from one thing to the other, so it might not be all of these are available. Is he in the Prem, or is he actually, or is he changed over? Okay, yeah, so he's changed over to the Austrian league there. Okay, that's an interesting one to say the least, but I believe these are the most searched, I want to say, just because that's kind of how it's run. But if we double check with Footbin, I don't know if they'll have them yet, but no. Okay, have we even got the evolution here? Okay, we do have the evolution here. By the looks of it as well, there's no max stat upgrades, which is pretty nice. Some of them will have it, and let's just have a look, because I know, for instance, the Supreme Sprint had upgrades. Yeah, so this one just doesn't have it, so I'm assuming the people that are available in this won't ever go over what they actually want, so that's always pretty good. Have we got popular options here already? No, unfortunately not. So if we swap to evolved, obviously you'll get a few other players that pop up with the double evolutions, and maybe going from into the stat one or Supreme Sprinter and then go into this. Saul's obviously an option there. You got Bartra, but I would suggest definitely be looking into the centre mids, if anything. Soler's looking as the best option. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing that I'm like, this is going to take your breath away, but it's most definitely just nice to get another 84 in here. I would suggest just going with one of the 78s, to be honest, unless you've got a Spanish player in your team. This could be the first step that you put him in, if you've obviously got one of the bronzes from the Prem. If you're a Man City fan, or I don't know who the other ones were, but for instance, if you're in that team, then potentially just doing them to start them off with this evolution won't be a bad idea whatsoever. Now, in terms of the upgrade, it's not necessarily anything that's going to be groundbreaking for your team. If you're running a Road to Glory, then obviously that could be fantastic. Soler in the Prem is going to be a nice option that you can go for, but I wouldn't say in a mega team, or at least a team that's got no parameter problems with it. You kind of just go in and getting whoever you can. There is a lot of centre mids that you can get that are going to be miles better than a lot of these, unfortunately, because they are just common at the end of the day. It's going to take a couple of upgrades to really put them above anybody that you could go then. And to be honest, sometimes you can't get evolutions that are higher. Normally they're the paid ones, so knowing that it's free, it's a nice evolution. You can start to build out a Spanish team if you are doing it. If you're building a Spanish RTG, this is absolutely through the roof for you. So I think Soler would be my first choice here. After that, I really wouldn't know who I'd want to go for. Like, Saul doesn't look the worst. Obviously, a little bit less on that pace. But other than that, there's not really one that I'm like, that's going to be a perfect one to do. So, Soler would be my option. Let me know down below if you are building a Spanish team or something of the equivalent. And it's just nice to have evolutions back. And hopefully, they're not broken anymore. But other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.